Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Simple English Talks. I'm so happy you're here with us today. Whether you're listening on your morning commute, during your lunch break, or just relaxing at home, we are so glad you chose to spend this time with us.
Hey there, friends. Welcome. I'm doing great today, actually. I had the most delicious cup of tea this morning, and honestly, my day started perfectly. How about you guys? How are you doing today?
Oh, I had a great morning too. I went for a little walk outside and the weather was just wonderful. It's those small things that really make your day better. Anyway, I'm really excited because today's episode is one I've personally been looking forward to for a long time.
Yes, and today's topic is something that every English learner needs to understand. We're going to talk about three very important words: be, been, and being. These three words come from the same verb family, but they work very differently in English sentences.
That's right. And by the end of today's episode, you're going to understand exactly when to use be, when to use been, and when to use being. You'll feel so much more confident using them in real conversations. We promise to keep it simple and fun. Before we jump in, we have a little question for you. Do you ever get confused about be, been, and being? Tell us in the comments right now. Write, yes, I get confused, or I think I know. We love reading your answers. It helps us understand where you are in your learning journey. And if you're new here, please make sure to like this video and subscribe to Simple English Talks. We post new episodes every week to help you improve your English step by step. Hit that subscribe button so you never miss an episode. All right, let's not wait any longer. Let's start from the very beginning, because once you understand the foundation, everything else will make perfect sense. Here we go. Okay, let's start with the most basic one, the word be. Now, be is actually the base form of the verb. Think of it as the original, the root. Every other form, am, is, are, was, were, been, being, they all come from be. Exactly. And be shows up in two main ways in English. First, it works as a main verb, the most important verb in the sentence. Second, it works as a helping verb, which means it helps another verb do its job. Both uses are super common, so let's look at the main verb use first. When be is a main verb, it usually tells us about a state, what something is, who someone is, or what something feels like. For example, I want to be a doctor. Here, be is describing what I want to become. Or how about, it's good to be home? That sentence is talking about a state of being, right? Being at home. Right, and here are a few more examples of be as a main verb. She wants to be happy. They need to be ready by 8. It's important to be honest. Do you see the pattern? In all of these, be is describing a condition or state. It comes after words like want to, need to, have to, or important to. Now, here's the thing about be. It almost always appears after modal verbs. Modal verbs are words like can, will, should, must, might, could, and... All right, now let's move on to been. This one trips up a lot of English learners, and honestly, I remember being confused about it too when I was learning. But once you understand the rule, it's actually very logical.
So been is the past participle of the verb be, and past participles are used in two very important situations in English. First, in the present perfect tense. Second, in the passive voice with have. Let's look at the present perfect first, because that's where been shows up the most.
The present perfect tense uses have or has plus a past participle. So with been, it looks like this. I have been busy. She has been sick. They have been waiting. We have been friends for years. The formula is have-has plus been.
And this tense is really interesting because it connects the past to the present. When you say I have been busy, it means I was busy before and maybe I'm still busy now. It's not just about the past. It's about a situation that started before and is connected to right now. That's what makes the present perfect so useful. Let me give you some really everyday examples. I've been thinking about you. That's something you might say to a friend you haven't seen in a while. She's been working really hard. He's been learning Spanish for 2 years. We've been here since morning. All of these describe something that started in the past and connects to now. Now, here's a really common and useful phrase. Have you ever been to blank? This is how we ask about life experiences. Have you ever been to London? Have you ever been to a concert? Have you ever been on a boat? These questions are asking about your past experiences, things you have or haven't done in your life so far. Oh, I love those questions. Let me ask you, our listeners, have you ever been to another country? Write your answer in the comments. Tell us where you've been. We want to know about your adventures. It's also great English practice to write it out. And been also shows up with had been for the past perfect tense. This is when we're talking about something that happened before another thing in the past. For example, by the time we arrived, she had been waiting for an hour. Or he had been a teacher before he became a writer. First, second, third, the order matters, and had been helps show us which came first. Now, quick tip. Notice that been always needs a helper verb. It never stands alone. You can't just say, I been there. That's incorrect. You must say, I have been there, or I've been there. The helper verb have, has, or had is absolutely necessary. That's so important. Always remember have or has or had plus been. Never just been alone at the start of a sentence as the main verb. Write that down if it helps you remember. And here's a quick practice. Can you complete this sentence? I have been blank. What have you been doing lately? Write it in the comments. We're reading every single one. Now we've arrived at the third one, being. And this is the one that I think surprises people the most, because being has a few different jobs in English. It's like the most flexible member of the family.
I love. Okay, this is the section I personally find the most helpful, common mistakes. And I'm going to be honest with you, I have made every single one of these mistakes myself. So you're in good company, I promise.
Same. Mistakes are how we learn, right? So let's look at 4 really common errors that English learners make with be, been, and being. And for each one, we'll show you what's wrong, why it's wrong, and what you should say instead.
Mistake number 1, saying I've been there instead of I have been there. This is one of the most common ones. People drop the helping verb have because in fast, casual speech, native speakers sometimes say I've been there so quickly it sounds like I've been there. But in writing and in clear speaking, you always need have or has. So incorrect, I've been to Paris. Correct, I have been to Paris or I've been to Paris.
The reason this is wrong is that been is a past participle. Past participles cannot work alone as the main verb in a sentence. They always need a helper, have, has, or had. Think of been as someone who always needs a partner to dance. It can't dance alone.
Oh, I love that. Mistake number 2, using being when you should use be. For example, some learners say you should being careful, but that's incorrect. After a modal verb like should, can, will, or must, you always use the base form be, not being. So incorrect, you must being quiet. Correct, you must be quiet.
Why does this happen? Probably because being sounds similar to other ing words that learners have practiced, like going or doing. But remember, modal verbs need the base form. So modal plus be, not modal plus being, always. Can you correct the sentence? She should being more careful. What's the right version? Write it in the comments.
Mistake number 3, confusing being and been in passive sentences. Some learners say the work has being done instead of the work has been done. This is a mix-up between the present perfect passive and the present continuous passive. If you're using has or have or had, the word that follows should be been, not being. So, incorrect, the letter has being sent. Correct, the letter has been sent.
And the continuous passive, is being done, was being built, those use is, are, was, were before being. So the helper verb makes all the difference. With have, use been. With is, are, was, were, use being. Does that make sense? If it clicks for you right now, write click in the comments. We love knowing when something makes sense. Mistake number 4, saying being honest, I think, when you mean to